Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Sky Factory 3, and I'm on me own again. It's another solo episode, and this time I got a sad face because my buddy Ren Diggity Dog, I don't know where he is. I am actually kind of worried. He was supposed to be back a few days ago, and I haven't heard from him. I hope he's doing well. I hope he's just taking some time off. But that means that we don't have our buddy here for today, so all my plans for me and him to do things together have gone down the toilet, and so I thought, well, what can we do for this episode? There's a few little odds and sods that I want to take care of, but I am over here in the area where we crank the chance cubes, and the pack has since been updated. And I believe that means that there might be more things for us to get from these chance cubes and stuff like that. So we're going to open a whole bunch of the big ones, do some craziness right here at the beginning. Who knows what's going to happen? Maybe the whole world will get nuked, but hopefully not. And as you can see, I built a very small and temporary platform over here since the last one got destroyed. I've kind of tidied up the mess that occurred from that, because this thing got flipped upside down, didn't it? Which is no good. Also, I've made myself an ender pouch over here. This ender pouch is hooked up to our storage system. Can't believe I haven't done this sooner, but it basically immediately will import these items into it. There they go. Excellent. So if ever we need to send something back, then we're good to do so. Now, in the other pouch, I've got our chance cubes and our isohedrons. I'm not going to open all 64 of each, but what we are going to start off by doing is something I only think we did once in this series. That does not look right, does it? That doesn't look like a chance cube to me. Hopefully this thing isn't broken. Now, you can put them in a 3x3 and make yourself a giant chance cube. That is the wrong texture. Okay, but now it has the right texture, so we'll go with that. Oh, wait, we gotta put something in our hand. Hang on here, we haven't got our chance pendant just yet. A tier 3 one as well. Okay, so now what we've got to do is break the block. There's a noise. Okay, I just built that platform, but now it's made out of glass. Oh, I think the noise is the glass being placed. Oh, there's more noise. Okay. That is kind of amazing. It's still making noises. Okay, I think the growling stopped. So that is a whole bunch of different liquids, isn't it? Yeah, thanks, game. Thanks for that. I guess we could pick them up with buckets and put them into Tinkers, which we haven't rebuilt our Tinkers platform. I was going to do that with Ren. Maybe that's something we do ourselves together today. Right, so if I get a whole bunch of buckets together, then we can pick this all out one at a time, right? This might be overkill. I've got a feeling this is more buckets than we're going to need. I could have done some calculations, scratched my brain and figured out how many blocks would be in a sphere of this size, right? But do you know what? Just grab loads and we'll get this done quicker. So I can just right click into here, and it seems like it was fate that I happened to have made this bag, because it's now going to come in and be very useful as we can send all of these things back. So literally this is what we're going to be doing, just holding down right click, and then all the liquids are going to spread out, of course, which make things a little bit of a pain as well. And I think already it's starting to get a little bit trickier. Right, I must not use vein miner on the glass, because then all of the liquid will spread everywhere. And I don't mind that this glass is being destroyed at all. That was really, really interesting. Not what I was expecting. I kind of can't wait now to open another one of these. And hey, that doesn't look right at all. What's going on here? I know what's going on here. There are some liquids that flow the opposite direction to what you expect. And it also goes a lot faster, doesn't it? That was really cool. This stuff is called Vapor of Levity Bucket. Sounds amazing, right? Uh-oh. It just hit me and I started getting the levitation effect. And glowing, apparently. Oh, look at that, I'm glowing. Oh, that's what I nudged myself into this stuff right here. It keeps flowing up. It is quite difficult to deal with. And as you can see, we've made a block of obsidian here in the middle as well. And a block of something else, concrete. Okay, okay. Try not to fall in here. Try not to fall in. So this is kind of weird. Some of the stuff it turned into were slabs instead of full blocks. Not what you would expect. And I want to crank open some more of these, and I've just realised that our platform is gone. It literally destroyed the whole thing. Can you believe it? But hey, we got loads and loads of buckets of cool and interesting liquids here. Let's go back to the refined storage system. I want to check them out when they're in there and also pick up some more obsidian as well. Believe it or not, that is actually most of our obsidian gone. We need a new obsidian farm, but check out all these liquids. I mean, I could read about, but there's loads of crazy names here and I'll probably butcher them all. But anyway, on the way back I realised something. I wasn't wearing any armour. And anything bad could spawn there, so it's probably a good idea to put on some more armour. And I guess for the platform we'll just use some good old cobblestone. Well, it doesn't look anywhere near as good, but hey, I was never shooting for looks, was I? Do you know what we're going to do right now? We're going to open up another big one, a 3x3. And when we place down just the first one, it still has that other texture. I was wondering if I got it wrong in my mind. The first one you place is normal, then you connect it to another one, it goes all funky, and then once you've made the big one, it reappears again. Ominous sound, people. Are you ready? I'm not ready. I need my chance pendant. Hang on a second here. I'll be derping again. Okay, right, we've got the chance pendant. We're going to crank open the giant chance cube, and it's making noises again. No, don't be the same one twice. No way is it going to be the same one twice. I'm not accepting that. That's not allowed. It's going to be the same one twice, isn't it? You know it. No, you can't do the same one twice. Surely not. Oh, that's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. I think I sussed out what the problem is, and I've got a feeling this next one's going to be bad. We've been using the chance pendant, and let's say that there was only one thing that's actually that good when you use it, then you'd get it every time, wouldn't you? Well, or maybe a lot of the time. So, for our third giant chance cube, no luck is allowed. And it's the same one again! Oh my goodness me! This mod pack is bugged out. Something is wrong. We will wait and see. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's going to be the same one again, isn't it? Yep. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, but this one is a different. What liquid is that? That's what I want to know. Oh, okay. Right, let's plug that up. Let's plug that up. We seem to be having the worst of luck today, so it's time to open the small one. Will it let us open it like that? It will. And are you going to fight me? No, because you're an armor stand with things on it. Give us those things. Alright, let's crank open another one. We're going to do a few of these in the isohedrons, and it's a double rainbow! This area's getting wrecked, isn't it? It's got all these sorts of liquids, and our platforms get destroyed, and now we get a double rainbow. Amazing. Very glad I didn't do that in the base. It's time for yet another one, and you want to build a snowman? No, I don't. Let's crank these open super fast now. What's that, a bow and arrow? Power 5, punch 3, flame 2. That's actually really good. And this will be the last one now, and it's just a set of armor. Screaming Sparta. Okay, it's time to open the isohedrons. Wow, I can't say that. And we're just going to crank them open here, right underneath. This thing, I wasn't holding my chance pendant. I think next time we'll actually use that. As of right now, though, this could do anything, and it's opening up inside of the rainbow, which could be bad. It could be many things. It's another one of these. Okay, we've got 2 of those today. Jeez, I'm starting to think this was a bad idea. Nothing interesting really has happened so far, with exception to that 3 times over. Okay, here we go. Come on. Let's see some destruction this time. A Never Star. I'll take it. I'll take the Never Star. So, we are going to get into a mod which requires us to go to the end. I really wanted to do this stuff with Rendog, but I'm only going to show you a few bits as we get into things here, and I'm going to start off by making a vibrant capacitor bank, and that's so we can take some energy with us to the end to power a builder block, because this thing is incredibly useful. Now, I already did this a moment ago, and then I noticed that it zapped itself up with power, which you'll see right now, and that's because we've got a wireless charger in the area. Anyway, what I wanted to show you is that this thing over here has actually become pretty efficient. I think it's all sort of backed up now, so you can see all of these are full on lava and on energy, with exception of that one, and then just a couple over towards this side, they're a little bit lower, and then this one is down all the way. In fact, I'm going to guess these ones are charging back up. Maybe not. Anyway, I've seen it where they're all full before, and then what I went and did is I put down the vibrant capacitor bank on here, and look how quickly it fills up. That's it. Bam, it's all full up. And then you can see that the store of energy that was here gets drained very, very quickly. And then it slowly fills back up again. So it kind of gives you an idea to what the bandwidth and the bottleneck is at the moment. But we're going to take this thing with us. When we head back over there, it will get fully charged, which I believe means we can store them in a stack because they've all got the same amount of energy. Or maybe not. This one has more tags than the other one. That's fine by me. But we're going to try and use the flux point in the end dimension. So I've made these ones as a backup if that doesn't work. And I think I'm prepared. I think I've got everything we need. This is how we get to the end. I do remember because we've been here before. But the end is also a void, isn't it? Okay, there's no dragon because we killed it. And I basically need to fly around until we can find something. This is what I was looking for, people, a comet. And I've got to say, it's actually a bit of a wimpy comet now that I think about it. I've seen ones that have got to be 3 or 4 times bigger than this. Hello, Enderman. Got to remember I'm in survival mode. I believe I just looked at him, which is no good. So we need to float above the void here. And we're going to use this, which we've used a bit recently in various series. And, well, actually, just in Fullcraft. But it is extremely useful. I'm starting to realise how great this block is. So, it's going to output all the items that it mines onto what's on top of it. Let's see if we can feed it power through the dimensions with a flux point. I'm now thinking I probably forgot to chunk load the other side, right? So, if we select for builders, which is for this builders block, are we getting power? I believe that means no, because it's not going up. Yikes. So we're going to have to rely on the vibrant capacitor bank, which is no problem at all. That thing should feed it a load of juice. There it goes. Right, so with the shape card, what we want to do is click on the quarry. Okay, now we want to select the first corner, which is there, I believe. And then if we just fly along the back here, I marked a cobblestone at the back. We're going to mine the entire thing, because this has draconium dust in it. And you can see it's quite a big structure. So now we shift right click that, and it is going to mine the entire area. That's the stuff that we're here to mine, the ender draconium, or that's going to give us draconium dust. And we get some obsidian as well, and some endstone. We're kind of low on obsidian, so it's nice to be farming some of it. But this is going to be extremely cool, and it should zap away the blocks very, very fast. So we put this thing inside, and then I think all we need to do is click on something like that, I think. Or do I need a lever? I believe I'm supposed to give this thing a redstone signal, and I haven't brought anything with me. What's in my backpack? Oh no, it's a facepalm moment. I've got to go all the way back and get a redstone lever of all things. Alrighty then, all we got to do is hit this lever, and oh, it replaces it with dirt. It would do that. There is an option for it not to do that. I forgot about this one. And there we go. We're getting the stuff. Draconium dust. That's what I've come here for. Okay. And it's not sending it back because the area isn't chunk loaded. Right. I just travelled all the way back there and forgot to load this thing. And another derp. This thing should be loaded as well. Well, next time I go back, I'm going to make sure I get that right for sure. And the Endermen are picking up the dirt blocks. I hope they don't choose to pick up the ones they're standing on. Anyway, this thing is almost done now. Just a few more blocks at the end. I'm going to go back and chunk load everything properly. And then we'll try and find another comet. Hopefully we'll get one that's bigger, because I don't really think we need a lot of this dust to get started. But if we want to do a lot with this mod, we're going to need a lot more than just that. I've been shrunk. There's something in this mod pack that shrinks you. No, I'm joking. I'm absolutely fine. I've been using Quake Pro so we can see more what's going on at once. And I thought, oh, that's a wimpy comet. And then, hang on a second, it looks a lot smaller because of this. So when we set it back down to normal, which, by the way, I really like playing on. I find when your field of view gets bigger, it just gives me a bit of motion sickness, you know. Not a terrible amount, but I'm not keen on it. And anyway, yes, this is a big and beefy comet. And we're going to mine it all. So I've set it all up, and we put this thing here. Everything is chunk loaded, so we should see this thing, voila, receiving energy. That looks good so far, or was I supposed to? Oh, I didn't put the shape card in. Let's try that again then. Okay, we've turned it on. Right, and it's working, and it's staying full on energy, which I think means this thing is sending it the energy, which is great. Okay, so can we see that in action? We should see some dirt probably at the back of this thing. I'm such an idiot sometimes, I tell you. I forgot to put that on top. Right, bang. Now it should go. Do we get to see the items going to here? Have I messed it up? Because I've been pressing all sorts of buttons in here. It's definitely doing something. Aha, here we go. The blocks are slowly changing into dirt. Let's get down there before it does them all. We want to see the items go into this chest. Right, that's chunk loaded as well. It's zapping all of that back into our base. That's excellent, and we're getting a ton of resources here. Let's check on the power again. Oh, the power is going up. Wow. I mean, this thing runs fast to begin with, but to know that works across dimension and it has a big bandwidth is really cool. And there we go. It's doing the last of it now, isn't it? That is fantastic. Okay, so we got ourselves tons of draconium stuff, and we've left behind a giant dirt comet in the end. Very good. Who's a modded newbie, hey? This fella in front of you right here is, and I've just had one of those moments that is pretty frustrating actually. I've been put in a bad mood because I just spent a lot of time researching a mod, finding something really cool to do that I was really looking forward to, and then I go in here to craft the thing, and it's not part of the mod, yet it's the same mod that I was learning about. Draconic Evolution. Okay, this is a big part of the end game, I believe, of this mod pack, and it's one of those things we're eventually going to get into. And I wanted to start us off with a little bit of stuff that would be really, really useful. There used to be this magical chest. You'd put it down on the ground, it would fill up your entire inventory screen, and it could do things like smelt items, which was really cool. And I wanted to take advantage of its features, and I went to make it, and it's not even in this pack, which is, just maddening. It's going to put all my plans out the window. Anyway, so over here we've got an alloy smelter set up that's automatically making the draconic ingots. That's why we were out in the end looking for the draconic dust. So I thought, well, what else can we do with this mod? And actually it'd be pretty cool to make some of this armor straight away. Not only does it look cool, you can do a lot of cool stuff with it. Slight problem, we have 2 nether stars. I've used one of them already, and the other one goes into this. So we could only make 1 piece of armor, which means we need to hunt down a whole bunch of withers, and I want to wait to do that with Rendog, you know. That was going to be the next step, to fight some withers, get a wither farm going, and so we're not going to make the armor. However, I did chuck all of the recipe components into there. The first 2 letters are, or 3 even, W-Y-V, and, oh... oh no, that's right, yes, I only put these parts in as crafting recipes. I didn't put the armor themselves in. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll get those crafted up in the future. But the other thing that I spent my Nether Star on was one of these. If you've been watching Fullcraft, you know what this is. It's a quantum quarry. In the middle there's a block that requires a Nether Star to make, and the rest of these ones have me flying around in the end looking for an end city so we could get some end rods and craft up the rest of these blocks. So this is a quantum quarry right here. And as you've seen in Fullcraft, we can use this to mine blocks with some RF power. And we are producing a lot of power. So what I want to do now is step up our game for producing all different types of ores, and hopefully more of them, because we'll get lots of different types of ores coming to our system. And that's where I wanted to use the Draconic Evolution chest, because it would double all the ores coming into the system really easily. So anyway, we're producing an insane amount of power over here. I think what we'll start off by using is one of these flux points again. In fact, I don't know why. Actually, I do know why we're down here. We're going to rename the one that I used before. So it's now called Quarry, and that'll be a permanent channel just for this thing. And the max, is that per tick? Because that's absolutely insane. It's literally running as fast as it can right now. Okay, wow, 256,000 per tick. That one I think used 20k RF per tick. So let's look at the status of this thing. And it's holding out. It's holding out, peeps. For how long? Let's check up on the power. You're empty. You're full. You're also full. These are full up. That's not what I expected to see. Are you telling me that one of these could produce that much RF per tick? That doesn't make sense. 5,000 is a lot per tick, but this thing is just not ticking down, is it? I guess these other ones that are full, they're still producing power. So, I mean, 4 of them would provide 20,000 RF per tick. Alright, that's nuts. That's bonkers. Let's go back down here and check up on the thing. And there goes all of the items into the system. Wow, okay. Now I'm going to blacklist the cobblestone. We're going to accept everything else. And then I think for things like dirt, it would be a smart idea to perhaps set a limit and export them into a trash can if ever we get too much in our system. But it's nice to see the different things that we're farming here. All of that is good to me. Let's go up top and check on the system though. I've already forgotten what it was I wanted to check. Oh, the amount of dirt, yes. So we weren't farming this, we were very low, under a stack, and now we're producing some of that. Right, next thing to do is to make a whitelist and void all that cobblestone. Alright, that is going to come in useful here. A fortune free book, because we can put that inside of this thing. And I've put in the whitelist, although it's actually a blacklist. It's blacklisting the cobblestone, so that's not coming through. Now we're getting extra drops from the blocks that would drop them as such. Excellent. And now there is just one more thing that I wanted to try together here. If I search biome in here, aha, we find these things. So I don't know which of these would be useful. In fact, I think none of them are for ores, right? Unless I perhaps wanted to get some jungle saplings. I think you will get saplings and wood and such from this quantum quarry. I think it mines not just underground but overground as well. So all the trees and stuff on the surface would be there. Now we're on jungle edge at the moment. If I put jungle hills there, no, it's not even part of the same mod, is it? Okay, I did a silly. The thing that I want is actually on the side of the screen. Look at this, biome marker. Now I'm flicking through here and, oh, do you know what I'm going to go for? A mesa. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because then we'd get some clay blocks through which might come in useful for building or perhaps crafting some other stuff. But if you guys have any suggestions for what biome we should be going for, like Menglin, what is even in that biome and what does it cost? Menril, hello, it's got a mineral berries in it. So maybe we'll do a little bit of mining on that one as well. Maybe it's even possible to make a little contraption that can rotate these so you end up mining all of them. But yeah, if you know if there's any ores or something good we could take advantage of there, let me know with a comment down below. But otherwise, for now, we're going to chuck in this one, and we'll try the other one later on. Now, I've put that in there, and this hasn't changed yet. Here's the thing. That one gives you the biome name. When it's in my inventory, it doesn't. There might be another step to this. Oh, the mods, I tell ya. Hey, that's not what I'm trying to do. Hello, come back here. I was trying to do this. The mods, I tell you, the mods. They drive me mad. I've just spent ages looking through wikis of outdated information about this mod. And then I had a little bit of a eureka moment. I thought, I bet you just got to like right click with this thing and assign it to the biome that you're in. So we're in a void world, which means if we fly around, this will change. So we've got plains on the left of the screen. When we go through the middle here, there's a river. Then there's a forest. So the way that I would find biomes is by blindly flying around, which doesn't sound very fun, does it? Forest hills over here. If we mine the river, and it always mines a river biome, we might get some clay. And the other one that I clicked is actually a river biome. So I guess we'll give that one a try. But that's kind of nuts. I guess if I really wanted to find those things, I'd just have to fly around the world. Maybe I could use a tool like a mist to figure out where the biomes are. But anyway, let's chuck that in there. We're now going to mine a river, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're going to do. Alright, so I picked out some of the ores that are coming through from our system, and we're going to process them automatically. Now we're going to do this in 2 stages, and the draconic chest I was going to show you would have done it all in one go, which would have been amazing, and it would have doubled the ores, which is what our system will do, but ours will do a little bit more as well. So again, playing 2 lots of modded, like you see different ways of doing things. On Fullcraft I decided to do this using some different blocks. This time we're doing it with Ender.io. So we've got our sag mills over here. And on this side what we're going to do is export in some flint. So if we do this, I believe with sag mills we'll get a little bit more than double the worth of our ores, but also something extra if we use some of this flint. And look at that, it's all filled up. So let's distribute this on round robin. Let's set to always active and it should go into the side. There you go, excellent. So it's now going to process the ores with those. So over on this side is where we put the rest of these. We're going to put in all of these one by one. Some of them might actually be pointless, I really don't know. Some of them might not even be compatible with the sag mill, but I'll find that out and fix it if it happens to be a problem. So now that's going to be full up with loads of stuff. Then we set this thing to always active and in they go, and on the machine's turn, and now they're going to make 2 lots of iron blend and then occasionally something extra thanks to this thing over here. I think we'd be lucky to see that though, and it might not be one of those ones that works with the iron. In fact, oh, there you go, did you see it? It made some cobblestone and something else as well. So we'll get a few extra bits and bobs is the point from this system. Right, and now what we've got to do is take all the things that go through here and automatically smelt them. So that is going to be done over on this side, and didn't take too long to set up at all actually. It's quite easy little setup. So put in the upgrades, and I believe this is all being configured down the bottom here. The one thing we want to do is set up that one so it's always active, and then we just want to queue this thing to import all the different stuff, right? And this is actually, some of it is pretty much all we've got in the system. So, ooh. Imports, yeah. You're supposed to import. Is this not connected? No, it is definitely connected. Why is it not importing? That one gets me every single time. Every single time I get them the wrong way around. So we're exporting here, of course, and you can see it's filled up with iron straight away, and now it's going to smelt it into ingots. Now it's only doing 3 at a time. That's because one ore produces 2 of those, right? And that's the way we're going to double our ores from mining in this system. That's kind of interesting to see. Oh, I bet it is that one. I haven't done round robin yet, so it's not looking into the next ones along. But I'll get some of the other stuff here going as well, if it'll let me. Hi, there we go. We'd like some copper as well, and some of this other stuff. But anyway, it'll pull all of that automatically out of the system, so I may as well just dump it back into here. And if you didn't catch it from the beginning of this episode, basically because Ren isn't here, I had very little time to put this episode together for you. So I hope you've enjoyed the activities that we've done. I've got tons of stuff planned, man, for the future of the series, but I want to do it with my buddy Ren. You know, I don't want to go flying off and doing all this cool stuff without him. So hopefully he'll be back soon. Hopefully he's okay as well. I really do hope he is. Alright, wherever he is at the moment, and that's going to be it from me this episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do leave a like on the video. As always, thank you ever so much for your support, and I will see you in the next episode of Sky Factory. Ciao for now, bye bye.